Good morning and happy solemnity of the Annunciation of the Lord. In today's Gospel, we hear about the Archangel Gabriel coming to Mary with an invitation. For all of us in the parish of St. Anthony, it's significant that it's the Archangel Gabriel because our parish is in the city of San Gabriel. It's very much a patron for us. So the Archangel Gabriel comes to Mary with an invitation. And the invitation is that she be the mother of the Savior of the world, the mother of the long-awaited Messiah. And so he brings her this invitation, and Mary responds. Mary did not have to say yes to this invitation. In fact, we read the gospel passage, and we see that Mary doesn't doubt God, but she questions and she wonders, well, how could this possibly come to pass? Well, at the end of the day, she uses her freedom. She says yes to God. And from that yes begins an adventure, begins a journey of faith, God's plan, God's vocation for Mary for the rest of her life. And it's that plan that brought peace to Mary, peace to those around her, and ultimately peace to this world. Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace. Mary said yes to God. So brothers and sisters, there's a powerful message in this for us because so often we say yes to the wrong things. Instead of saying yes to the things of God, to the right things, we say yes to the wrong things and we say no to the things of God. And the reality is that we have this hole in our hearts that we're trying to fill. And so for many of us, we begin with, all right, well, I got to be successful. I got to achieve. So I study, so I work, I get the promotion, I get the success. But the hole is still there. It doesn't fill that hole. Now we got money. So we're going to start, I'm going to move on to the next thing. I'm going to start buying stuff, right? So I spend money, I buy stuff, right? I accumulate, I hoard stuff. But guess what? The hole is still there. It doesn't leave. And then from stuff, we move on to, well, maybe it's the pleasures of the world that are going to give me, this satisfaction. This is going to fill this hole. So we start, eating and drinking, sexual pleasures, drugs, right? The pleasures of the world. But guess what? These things neither fill this hole that's in our hearts. And it's because this hole that's in our hearts is a God-sized hole. It's kind of cliche, but it's true. St. Augustine would say, our hearts are restless, O Lord, until they rest in you. And so it's only in the things of the Lord that we begin to experience our heart's longing to be satiated. It begins in this life and then is totally fulfilled in the life to come. And so, brothers and sisters, we need to learn from the example of Mary. Mary said yes to the right things. Mary said yes to the will of God. Mary said yes to the Lord. It brought her peace. It brings us salvation. Brothers and sisters, we need to not be afraid, quoting the Archangel Gabriel, do not be afraid to say yes wholeheartedly and faithfully to the things of the Lord. Say no to the wrong things. Say yes to the right things. And so we go to Mary today and we ask her for this special grace to imitate her own example, that we might put our trust and confidence in the Lord, that we can say yes to Him and then get ready for an incredible journey of faith. It won't be easy, but it'll bring a satisfaction and a peace for which we long.